Chapter 2, Growth of Nationalism. Syllabus Dash. Factors leading to the growth of nationalism: economic exploitation, repressive colonial policies. Socio-religious reform movements, brief mention of contribution of Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Jyotiba Phule, and role of press. Foundation of the Indian National Congress, the Indian National Association, Surendranath Banerjee, and the East India Association, Dada Bhai Nauroji, as precursors. Immediate objectives of the Indian National Congress: the first two sessions and their presidents should be mentioned. Question 1. Explain the term nationalism. 2 marks. Answer: I. Nationalism refers to the feeling of oneness and common consciousness that emerges when people living in a common territory share the same historical, political and cultural background, have the same language, cultural values and consider themselves as one nation. 2. In nationalism, one should be allowed to choose their own leaders and system of government and have an independent state, rather than be part of someone else's empire and be ruled by foreigners against their will. 3. The second half of the 19th century witnessed the emergence of national political consciousness and strong feeling of nationalism. There were many factors which contributed to the growth of nationalism in India. Question 2. Why was the feeling of nationalism lacking among the Indians before the arrival of the British? 2 marks. Answer: I. Though India had a long history going back to many centuries, it was never a one nation and comprised many kingdoms. There were, however, times when vast portions of the Indian subcontinent came under the rule of one empire. 2. But the loyalty of the people was towards a particular king or kingdom. The modern feeling of nationalism was lacking among them. It emerged during the British rule mainly as a reaction to the British rule and the clash of interests of the Indian people with those of the British. Question 3. State 4 reasons for the development of nationalism in the late 19th century. 4 marks. Answer: 4 reasons for the development of nationalism in the late 19th century are dash. Economic exploitation of India by the British, repressive colonial policies of the British, role of Indian press and socio-religious reform movements, all are explained below.